Hello, thank you for joining me today. I'm Amanda Fowler of Inspiring Inkin. In today's video we're going to be making 3 gift bags. Different sizes, different dimensions, but the principle of all 3 bags is exactly the same. So once you can make one, you can make all 3. This bag design is actually based on a bag that I did a video for quite some time ago. It's called the One Sheet Bag, and it takes 1 sheet of A4 cardstock and just a little bit of scoring and folding, and it makes a really useful bag. So I'll put a link to that video as well in the description for this video, so then you'll be able to make 4. Okay, I'm going to start off with this one, and this, I just want to show you this lovely paper. This is actually paper called Serene Scenery. It's a 6 by 6 inch stack of paper. It's got photographic images on the front and then geometric patterns on the back, and I've used that paper to put on the front of this bag and also for this one. I'm just going to move that out of the way so you can see. Okay, so this bag is, we're going to be taking a piece of cardstock that is 6 inches by 11 3/4 inches. And I'm just going to bring in my scoreboard. And all of the bags you're going to score twice on the short edge and twice on the long edge. So with the 6 inch piece at the top, you're going to score at 1.5 and 4.5, and then you're going to turn it so the 11 3/4 inches is at the top, and you're going to score at 5 and at 6 3/4 inches. Okay. And what you're going to do is take your bone folder. There we go. And burnish all the score lines. So fold on the score lines and just rub the bone folder along the score lines, and it just reinforces the score. And what we're going to do then is you're going to take the short score line and bring it up to the long score line, and you're going to make a triangle. Now explaining it is more complicated than actually doing it is. So we'll zoom in and you'll be able to see. So we're going to pull it up and you'll be able to see the triangle, and then we're just going to burnish it down. And you're going to do the same on all 4 sides. So just press it down and then use the bone folder to score it down. There we go. And then this is the last one. Okay. So now you've got these score lines. What you're actually going to do is you're going to fold the 2 flaps in and fold the triangles out. And if I do it on the sides, you'll be able to see, look, it makes this amazing little basket. So again, we're doing the same there. You're going to score push the triangles in. There we go. So how quick and easy is that? So I'm going to give this a little bit of help. So I'm going to use my Tombow and just put it on these long sections here and press it in. Just hold it just for a second and then do the same. On this side as well, and that one is folded in there like that. Okay, now you can just push these sides in just a little bit. It just makes the bag hold a little bit better. And then I'm going to punch a hole with my crocodile right in the centre. Actually, I'm not going to do that first. I'm going to put my paper on. So the paper, I'm actually using the dandelion paper, the same. And this measures 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. So you get 2 pieces, the front and the back, from one sheet. And that just gives a nice little border all the way around. And then pop that one on as well. Here we go. So there you have the lovely dandelion pattern. Right, so now I can punch the hole, because obviously that will go through the patterned paper as well. And I'm punching through all the cardstock. Then I'm going to use a little bit of burlap. Now, do you ever have a moment where you can't remember the name of something? Well, I had exactly that moment with burlap the other day. I was shooting a video for my team of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, and for the life of me, I could not remember the name of this ribbon. And I know that they would all have known what it was called, but I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember. So I'm sure they are giggling about that. I've lost my linen thread now. Just check that. See, it's underneath. Yes, I'm sure they were giggling about that. The fact that I'd forgotten what something was called. I don't normally forget, but obviously I was having a moment that day, being a bit forgetful. So I'm just tying the burlap with a bit of linen thread. Just give it a bit of a decorative finish. And just pull the bow. And then I'm just going to make the little tag. Now, I like to make a little gift tag on any bags and things that I'm making. It just means then that you've got somewhere to write your greeting. So this is a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Then I'm going to use this stamp set. This is called Perfectly Wrapped. It's actually designed to go with a kit, and actually, ooh, here's one of the, there's a couple of the projects. Oh no, I've got 3 here. I'll just show you these 2. These are projects. It's a kit that you make. I think it's 24 bags and boxes, 6 of each. It's a really lovely kit. It's designed for, oh, I'll just put that there. It's designed to go with the kit, but the stamp set itself is fabulous if you make packaging. So, and obviously that's what I'm doing today. So that's what I'm using it for. So I'm going to use the thanks and the flower. And this is Delightful Dijon, which is what the bag is. Let me get some white card. So I'm going to stamp the thanks first. And that's full strength ink. And then I've got the flower, and I'm actually going to stamp it on the grid paper. So it's like a 2nd generation stamp, so it's not quite as dark. So then it's just showing in the back. And then, so it's a layered punch. I'm using the 1.5 inch. Now that's not going to work. So that must have been the 1 3/4 inch. So just bear with me a second. I've just got to, I've caught that edge. I will get the 2 inch punch. Hold on. I knew exactly where it was. Right, so let's try that one again. It's 2-inch punch. So that is going to glue onto there. Like so. And again, we're just going to punch a hole and then a little bit of linen thread to thread through. And I'm just going to run that linen thread through the back of the burlap so it will actually swing. So let's just pop that through there like that. And then I'm just going to tie in a double knot. There we go, and I'll just snip that off. Okay. So there we have the dandelion bag. So the other 2 bags, this one and this one, are made in exactly the same way, but they're different sizes. So I'm just going to show you how to make the bags. I'm not going to show you all the decoration, but I do want to show you what dies I've used. So these are the Flourish Thinlit dies, and they're really, really beautiful and really delicate. So this one is what I've actually used for the silver there. And then I've used 2 dies, this one and this one. So I've punched out a circle in Pool Party, and then I've used these 2 dies layered. So this one is in the silver foil, and then this one is in Bermuda Bay, and I've popped a rhinestone on. And again, I've used a little bit of linen thread on the tag, so the tag will actually move there. And this is the lovely Pool Party ribbon. And then on this bag, so these 2 bags are easy to open because I've got ribbon fastenings. But this bag, I've designed it so you actually can either get in at the treats sideways, or you can actually tear the top. So I've used this bigger Flourish, and I've cut it out in Delightful Dijon, and I've actually stuck it down over the top. And then I've used the same stamp set, so perfectly wrapped again, with the 1-inch and the 1 1/4 inch punch there for those. So I'm just going to show you the bag bits now I've explained the decoration. Move all of this out of the way, I've got stuff everywhere. Do you craft like me? Get stuff all over? Okay, so let's do the diddly widdly tiddly one first. Get my scoreboard back. So this is using a 3-inch by 6-inch piece. So if you've got a paper stack like this, you're going to be able to make hundreds. There are 48 sheets in this, so you can't make hundreds, you can make 96, because you cut it in half, so you'll be able to make 96. So I'm using the spots. So we're going to make exactly the same as before, 2 score lines on the short side, 2 score lines on the long side. So you are going to score at 1/2 inch and 2.5 inches on the short side, and then on the long side 2.5 and 3.5. So again, let's burnish these folds. With Designer Series paper, don't be too heavy-handed with it. You don't want to crack the paper. Just go gently with it. So this is a little bit more fiddly. You're going to pull the score line and line it up. It's only fiddly because it's a little piece of paper. But just go gently with it, and you can pretty much score it with your finger, to be honest. I'll just use the bone folder just to make sure. Then there's that one. And then that's the last one. Okay, so again you're going to fold the triangles in, and this time it's only overlapping a tiny bit, but again glue them down. It really helps with the stability of the little bag. So fold it down and fold it down. And then we're going to do the same. So fold it down and again. And then look, that's so cute. There's your teeny tiny box, so that's obviously this one. Okay, and then for this one, I am using Bermuda Bay cardstock, and the cardstock measures 8 inches by 10. So scoring on the short side, you're going to score at 1.5 and 6.5. Turn it around and score at 4 and at 6. So with this one, again you're using cardstock again, so you can press quite hard when you're burnishing all your folds. And then you're going to take again the short score line and bring it up to the long score line, like so. And score there. Line it up. Score there. Line it up there. And then, ooh, this one as well. There we go. Okay, so fold them back in on themselves again on all 4 sides, and then we'll just put the glue on to fasten them up. I'll do this side first. So that's that and that. And then we're going to go again press those down, and there we go. So there is your little box that's quite wide. There we go. So let's bring in the finished boxes again so that you can see. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. All of the instructions and the measurements you'll be able to find on my blog, www.inspiringinkin.com. If you're currently on YouTube, if you click more underneath the video, you'll be able to see all the measurements there and a link to my online store should you wish to purchase any of the items that you've seen today. You'll find lots more creative inspiration on my blog, www.inspiringinkin.com, and you can find me on Facebook, Pinterest and Twitter and Instagram actually too. I'll be under Inspiring Inkin. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.